organised side and well drilled, and yeah, it was definitely a tough game right to the end.
That first goal, Diego, that's a big moment, a glancing header. A smashing cross as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, to be honest, I told him before the game he was going to get an assist. We kind of, against Nottingham, I had a few crosses from him that I didn't know really what to expect. Today I was confident and I told him, and fortunately for us it happened.
I saw a little smile on Trent's face as that ball went across.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Trent's a top class player, and we know what he brings to the side, and it's naturally not my normal position, but yeah, I mean, playing there and obviously Jots, like he said before the game, so maybe he spoke it into existence for me.
Joe, it's just your second Premier League start. You obviously want to play more. You didn't do any harm to those chances today.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the nature of being at this club. I think we're fighting for all competitions, and it's a tough environment to be in, and we have to push each other each week, and that's the job of the squad sometimes. You have to train well and wait for opportunities. And the games are piling up, Diego, aren't they? But that's where you want to be. That's what it's all about at this stage of the season, isn't it?
Yeah, that's where we want to be in the beginning, in this last period of the season, in every competition. That means that you play a lot of games, and we will be ready for it.
So that combination gave Liverpool the half-time lead, and as we were saying a little bit earlier, there was a bit of tension in the air until the awarding of the penalty, which came after John Brooks in VAR asked Stuart Atwell to pause the game and have a look at what is not even a debatable challenge by Kuchar, is it?
No, but fair play to VAR for spotting it, for starters, and passing that information on to the referee. Once that information was relayed to the referee, I don't think there was ever any doubt that this was going to be a penalty. Not even looking at the ball there, basically rugby tackles Diogo Jota down, two arms, dragged him down, no question whatsoever.
But good use of VAR today from John Brooks.
Yeah, brilliant use. I think it needs to be as consistent as that more often. But obviously they get a penalty, and Firmino's finish is outstanding. I think it's a great penalty, and nobody would have saved it.
And the release of relief from him and all the supporters around the stadium was plausible, wasn't it?
There's so much at stake, Steve. You know, this is, as we mentioned before the game, this is the start of the run-in now, really. No breaks, it's just, you know, game after game. OK, there's a few different competitions going on, but this is a massive run-in now for all concerned, and you could just feel it. And I said at half-time, they need an early goal in the second half, otherwise, you know, those nerves will kick in. Sadly for the fans, they pushed them to the wire and scored late on, but as we said before, comfortable and you know, all about the 3 points today.
As a visiting team at the Etihad or at Anfield, you're going to get a couple of chances maximum. You have to try and take those. In the second half, just before the hour, at 1-0, how big a chance did Watford have with Pedro?
Oh, for me, this is a massive chance. They got a bit lucky to start in the build-up, and after then, it's another quite direct ball over the top, and the runs in. Pedro runs in. For me, he has to caress it. I think Mo will tell you as a striker, when you get in those positions, the only way the ball comes back is to kind of whip it, and he goes with power.
Yeah, the more you go with your laces, the straighter the ball goes, because you're going with more power. You've got to try to hit it with the inside of your foot. And when you hit it with the inside of your foot, you get more curl on it, as Sean is saying. He actually probably set it out exactly where he should have been setting it out. Yeah. It was just the type of finish, hitting it too hard with your laces. It's hardly going to move at all.
They also had a chance in the first half, just prior to the goal that we just heard about from Gomez and Jota. 34 seconds in between the two incidents here, Sean.
Yeah, well, we spoke about this before.
You know, the fullback can't quite get out to him, Sean. You see Salah there, he's like, oh, can I go? And until he passes him on, but that's the enough time. Should be more communication here, but from Jota's point of view, I mentioned at half-time again, there's the cross where he's going to be aiming for, and it's all about timing. When Gomez hits it, how long the ball is going to take to get in that area, and how long do I need to get onto that cross? And that, all those things, constitute in what you call timing of a run. And he is one of the best exponents of it in the Premier League. Great header of the ball, but his timing is right up there with the very best.
And for someone of his 5'8" nature, nobody since he signed for Liverpool has scored more Premier League headers than him. Quite astonishing.
It is. I mean, you've got great crosses of the ball in the team. Even when Trent's not playing, you've got Gomez. He whipped in a couple of great balls today. So Liverpool are a crossing team. If you think of something like Manchester City, as a comparison, they're very much, they cross but from closer inside, a lot of cutbacks. How many times you see Raheem Sterling just tapping it in from 5-6 yards, whereas Liverpool cross a lot more balls higher. And when you've got players like Jota who've got great timing, then no wonder why.
And when we were talking about the big game at the Etihad next weekend before kick-off, you didn't have Jota in your front three, did you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. So would you still not have him in your front three, having scored again 20 goals this season?
Well, I would like to squeeze him in there, but I picked my front three because of just the way the way they play together. I feel like it will just work. But Jota, since he's got there, he's been outstanding from last season and this season. Whenever he's called upon, he always scores important goals at important times.
And that was a very big one, as indeed was that win for Liverpool. So they have the 3 points. Jota had his 20th goal of the season. Jurgen Klopp has his 10th win in a row. Now it's over to Pep Guardiola and Manchester City, who are away at Burnley.
Where do you go when you've given your all, but you know you're not finished? You go to the next level. The Premier League on the one broadcaster that brings you unbeatable football. Stay connected to DSTV. Proudly brought to you by Guinness, Black Shine's Brightest, and Betway. Welcome to the home of Fast Line. Boosted odds. Great bonuses. Instant payout. And even cashback. Unibet. Bet extraordinary.
I am David Rudisha, 2 times Olympic gold medalist and the current world record holder of the men's 800 meters race.
My name is Henry Onyeke, 3-time Paralympic gold medalist.